Hello class. So we want to look at some operations involving number system. First we'll be looking at conversion from other base to base 10. After that we'll now look at conversion from base 10 to other base. Now let's look at this. We want to look at how we can convert from one base to base 10. Now we have this. This is an expression in base 3 and want to convert it to base 10. The first thing we need to do is to attach different numbers to these listed numbers by starting from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now we now start this way. We pick the first number, which is 1, times the base 3. Raised to power this power on top, which is 6, plus 0 times the base raised to power 5, plus 0 times 3 raised to power 4, plus 2 times 3 raised to power 3, plus 1, that is this one, times 3 raised to power 2, plus this one, times 3 raised to power 1, plus this 2, times 3 raised to power 0. Now, we now have this. Finally, we have 3 raised to power 6. 3 raised to power 6 will give us 7 to 9. Plus, this is 0. 0 times 3 raised to power 5 will still give us 0. Plus, 0 times 3 raised to power 4 will still give us what? 0. Plus, this is 2 raised to power 3. 2 raised to power 3 is 27. 27 times 2 will give us 54. Plus, 3 raised to power 2 will give us 9. That is 3 times 3 times 1, that will be 9. Plus, 3 raised to power 1 is 3 times 1, 3. Plus, 3 raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Finally, 729 plus 54 plus 9 plus 3 plus 2 should give us 797. 797. Now, in base 10, we have been able to convert 10021132112 in base 3 to base 10 as 797. Now let's look at the second question. But this second question here involves decimal point. Now anytime you want to convert to decimal point, anytime you want to convert to base 10 that involves decimal point, this is how you treat it. Now, after the decimal point, to the right, you attach the number -1, -2, and -3. But to the left, you attach, start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You now repeat the same process as we did in question 1. That is, you pick the first number, 1, multiply it with the base, which is 2, raised to power the power on top, which is 5. Then it continue that in that order. Plus 0 times 2 raised to power the power on top, which is 4, plus 0 times 2 raised to power 3, plus 0 times 2 raised to power 2, that is this. Now let's start from this again. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power 1, plus 1 times 2 raised to power 0, plus. Now, we want to start from decimal point. The first number after decimal point is 0. 0 times 2 raised to power -1, plus 1 times 2 raised to power -2, plus 1 times 2 raised to power -3. Now, finally, we are going to have this. 2 raised to power 5 is 32. 32 times 1 is 32, plus 2 raised to power 4 is 16. 16 times 0, 0. Plus 2 raised to power 3 is 8. 8 times 0, 0. Plus 2 raised to power 2 is 4. 4 times 0 is 0. Plus 2 raised to power 1 is 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Plus 2 raised to power 0 is 1. 1 times 1 is under 1. Plus 2 raised to power -1 is 1 over 2. Times 0, 0. Plus 1 times 2 raised to power -2. 2 raised to power -2 will give us 1 over 2 raised to power 2. We've treated this in our previous class on law of indices. This minus will change to 1 divided by 2 raised to power 2. Plus the same thing, this becomes 1 over 2 raised to power 3. 2 raised to the power 2 will give us 4, meaning that this one will be 1 over 4, which is 0.125. While this one will give us 2 raised to the power 3, 1 over 8 will give us 0.125. So we can add it up. Now 32 plus 2 plus 3 plus 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1 over 4 plus 1 over 8. In decimal, this will give us 32.375 in base 10. We are going to have 32.375 in base 10. That's what we have. That's question 2. Now, let's look at how we can now convert from base 10 now to other base. This is from other base to base 10, but this is now from base 10 to other base. Now, let's look at this. We have 78 in base 10 to base 2. We want to convert. This involves long division. So we divide 78 by that base, in base 2. This follows for any other question. Even if you have to convert to base 3, you divide by 3. If it's to base 5, you divide by 5. The same thing, the same process, nothing changed. Now, let's divide this. How many 2 can we say 78? So pick it one after the other. 2 in 7, 3. Remember 1. 2 in 18, 9. Remember 0. Like that in that format. So we continue. 2 in 3, 1. Remember 1. 2 in 19, 9. Remember 1. 2. 2 in 19, that's 9. That's 18. Remember 1. 2 in 9, that's 4. Remember 1. 2 in 4, 0. 2 in 4 is 2. Remember 0. 2 in 2, 1. Remember 0. 2 in 1 is 0. Remember 1. Now we are going to have this. So now we cannot have this. So you read up from the bottom to the top to get our final answer. So we now have 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0 in base 2. And that is the conversion of 78 from base 10 to base 2. So in our next class, we will now look at how we can also convert from base 10 to other base. But it's going to be base 10 that involves the decimal part in our next class. Thank you.